for real this time. I actually clicked the button. I gotta say it, man. It's nice to do the live testing. I will apologize right away for my last stream. I've adjusted some stuff. I still have background music, but I've tried to turn it way down because I realized my mixing was just awful. I was giving you the worst show possible. I was surprised that I could still hear my voice, so that was a major L for your boy. But yeah, I mean, Coda tier list is up. You can go check that out. That's I don't know. It was definitely a fun tier list. There was a lot of weird weapons to try out, and I don't know. I will say I definitely added a shit ton of weapons. I had way too much. I had way too much fun setting up all these weapons, but they are in a good state now. But yeah, we're not talking about that. I need to tab out of here. I pulled this up, so I wanted to do a quick review of the update. Obviously, the main thing is being able to add, you know, 4 or something, like minimum of 4 weapons from each tier list or from each category into the list is like pretty sick. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun just like figuring out what kind of forma I needed. There's a couple weapons where I don't even have max forma. I'm saving it because I need to use my forma blueprints properly and not keep buying forma and actually like craft forma. So I'm leaving them as they are to like rank up and get to the higher, you know, 38, 40, that type of stuff. But yeah, for now, the weapons are insane. Basically all of them are awesome. Like I mentioned why I don't like Catabolus, but do I think it's a shitty weapon? No, I just don't want to use it. And I will be fully confident saying I don't want to use it. and you guys, it's pretty clear, right, chat? So the unfortunate thing is, oh, maybe I can, I'll figure it out later, but I did turn down the music audio, so you guys let me know if I'm a little bit quieter. There's one more thing I have to do. I have this pulled up. All right, I'm ready. I added a tab so that I can do this. Add everyone. All right, I'm live doing a review of the Techrot Encore update. All right, I should probably type these out ahead of time at least, but you know, testing new stuff, trying to then, I mean, I'm just spamming Coda, but the big thing to talk about was just the Coda system. What do I think of the Coda system? It ended up being exactly like the Lich and the sister system, like the idea that Requiem stuff is like so like tedious and taxing, and you have to do so much of it, but like it's the same. You need a bunch of antivirus mods, and then you hit like a threshold. You hit like an event horizon where suddenly you have a limitless supply. You just have all the mods that you need. So it was very satisfying to get to that point. You know, in terms of like, yeah, that being the main content, it was a lot of stuff to do, and I grinded. I was trying to burn through those liches. Obviously, you guys know that. I mean, I love to yap, but honestly, I'm kind of a slow player, even when I'm offline. Like, I sometimes fail to do a bunch of missions really quickly. I just get a little bit, maybe drained is the wrong word, but yeah, I just ended up farming. I ended up farming so many liches, and I did not think it was too difficult. Like, I will say I enjoy that the enemies, so a lot of these infested enemies, they'll actually like tap me, like regularly killing me. Like in the Coda mission specifically, when you do the final fight, it's pretty often that I end up killing the Coda while I'm in last gasp, just using my operator, like just using both of the Eternal Operator Amp Arcanes, and then having Magus Melt and the Materai like wave, just using the second ability. I was just like tapping them regardless if I died. So it was this weird thing where I feel like I didn't really earn most of those fights, but that was just how it ended up, where too many hits and they'll tap you. Yeah, you're not getting your shield regen when you want. So it was a little bit cruel, but yeah, I definitely think like it's very farmable, and it does have that like straightforward loop that I'm still used to with the Tenet weapons, where like, yes, it's the same token system and you're still farming, but yeah, I still know which weapons I want at 60%, and I know which weapons I don't care about. You know, you have the elemental vices, which requires you to get to max rank, which is now a thing for me. Like, if I can save myself some forma and not actually get to max rank, then I can actually, you know, worry about that forma later, like talk about it somewhere else. So that's the main meat and potatoes, is the Technocite Kodo, the elemental vice. You'll get some elemental vices from the next thing, which is Temporal Archimedia, which I love. I said it was awful in the title and thumbnail of that video, but yeah, the reason that it's awful is just because it's hard. Like, it's awful because it's difficult. That's how you have to describe it. It's not awful because it's bad. I think it's actually very exactly where it needs to be. Like, a Legacite has like multiple abilities that will kill you. Like, the Legacite can Nidus link you, so they redirect all the damage they take to you. And I didn't realize until I had dumped like my mag, and like my companion had dumped. Oh my god, sorry, I'm freaking out apparently, but yeah, I was like, it was evil. But Techrot, you know, in a normal mission, I feel like, yeah, a Legacite is very different, where the Warframe abilities that Legacite has access to is the problem. Like, otherwise it's just a mission, right? They have a lot of health, they run away, but we were like DPSing it. It has a really insane damage attenuation, but I think there's one more thing I need to do. I need to click this button, and now we're all set up. So yeah, I gotta say it, man. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but most of it is just going to be like chatting. You know, this is more of like a classic fucking Amar Yaps stream. Like, I'm just going to kind of talk about, you know, what I've been spamming. I just did a Temporal Archimedia, and I actually got a good squad. It was pretty clutch. We still died a bunch, but it was pretty even. Like, I think I may have, yeah, I was probably about the same as everybody else. I was dying like a couple times, but you know, there were some upper limits, but it was weird. Just, I mean, the idea that it's a Techrot, like it has no defense, it just has shields. So like, you killing a trash mob to revive yourself is like really, I mean, obviously you have like a 547 or like a 147 or something like that, you can tap them. So yeah, Temporal Archimedia like needs to be dangerous. All right, I didn't even send this out. I should put my tags in here. Oh, here's what I can do. I can just copy. Do I have my Twitch? I have my Twitch and my TikTok. Okay, one second. Do I have to do them separately? Here, let's see. Do I post this every time? One second, then here, watch this. I'll snag. I think I can go to Twitch and then I can snag my thing. So yeah, I haven't done any of Holly's crash course. I did the augments. Like, I'm kind of, it's mostly just the meat and potatoes that I'm dealing with. So it's mostly just don't want to sorry about that, chat. All right, let me copy this. All right. Whoop. All right. Now we're good. Okay, there's at least one extra thing that I can do. So, all right, chat, we're back. But yeah, that was the main. That's like basically it. I don't know what else I would talk about here. You know, there was some, like the arcanes I haven't touched at all. I was like, obviously the Exalted rework, we're gonna do a whole separate video about that. I'm gonna do a tier list and just break down the builds, because you know, I gotta start spamming them like crazy. I put like some basic setups on them that I was like, okay, this is pretty much gamer, and then I feel like I was gonna kind of modify it from there. Obviously, like, you gotta mention secondary encumber Mesa. You gotta mention that with just the amount of damage and like crit stats that you can get, and it's also double buff Mesa, so like double squad buff Mesa, you know, a weapon damage buff and roar on top of that. So that's the gamer setup, but we'll touch that all later. That's for its own video. We need to take our time with that. We need to be we need to be serious about that. So for now, like the stuff that I'm going to be showing off here is just a shit ton of coda. I need 40 live heart cells, and then I can get 60% weapons for like the ones that I actually care about, and then I'll worry about the rest later. I only need 40, and then I just kind of show up every single 4-day cycle and hope that I get a 60% of whatever element, and then if I need to snag an elemental vice, but I don't know if I need that currently. Yeah, like what else do I mean, the new player experience was it was pretty straightforward, but I do think I'm looking at doing another new player guide video. I'm looking at covering like burning through the star chart and like, okay, there's some mods that you need to get, but for the most part stay doing the star chart. But you know, I wanted to cover like, okay, these are like some basic mods that you'll need. And the weirdest thing is that like 5 of them come from Vruna is the only one. Yeah, Vruna's, I wanted to put Vruna on the Exalted list because for me Vruna does function like an Exalted, where as soon as I'm like, when I'm using the build, like when I'm spamming like Ulfram's Endurance and just staying invisible, then it is for me an Exalted. You know, like you're stuck in the Exalted. That's kind of one of the like, it feels stupid to say. It's nice with like Korra and Atlas, but even still, like it's like you're built around the Exalted, right? That's how I think about it, is like you know, certain times, you know, I have buffs for like just general weapon buffs and just like basic stuff, but generally when I have an Exalted, then I'm like, okay, we're gonna fuck shit up. So the Scaldra weapons, I will say, you know, 3 out of 5 are like really decent, or 3 out of 4 are really decent. Jupiter is still pretty good, and then Riot 848 is just, it's a weirdo. It's a goofy one, but yeah, I guess that basically covers it. Should we play some Warframe a little bit sooner? I will say I have some ranking up that needs to happen. I need to spend some time playing Kome, and then I need to put even more ranks into Ureli, so, or even more levels into Ureli. So, all right, chat. It'll be nice. I mean, I didn't even mention it the last time, but you can show off the Gyre. What is it? Vortengeist skin. Pretty sick. I want to see the skirt, but yeah, I was pretty ready for it. So I don't know, man. I also love the little stellar thing that looks sick. But yeah, we're playing some Corvax. I was thinking about using the, what is the augment for the 4? I should let me look at this. I think I might have a fused crucible. Mobility is greatly reduced, yeah, but otherwise I'm frozen, right? It makes it a channeled ability, consuming 20 energy per second, that ramps up. Oh, that's sick. Actually, I understand the universal orbs, but I think I could, do I need range? What happens if I take this out? 20 meters? I think that's probably fine. Explosion radius 8 meters. Yeah, I would probably still keep... Oh, and then if it's a duration-based ability... Oh, fuck. If it's a duration-based ability, you know, like a channeled ability, it means that duration is now added into the efficiency. So that's a risky endeavor. Maybe I add it at some point, but... Wow, that's an interesting idea. I am the guy who does nothing but Wrecking Wall the whole time, but... yeah, this is a health tank with Omamori. So I have 1,000 armor. 78% damage reduction with adaptation. So you can see I'm saving a forma. I got a rank 10 and I got a rank 8, so maxed out build, as you can tell. I do have a Tau Force red in there. I was like, fuck it, man. I have too many normal frames that have like 2 Archon shards, and then yeah, some of them have 3, and so I'm like, oh god. It's a weird tick of mine. I'm like, I'm gonna save all the Archon shards for the prime frames, but for now I think we're ready to go. God, I should cover the loadout, but we are spamming. We're doing a lot of missions, so I feel like you're gonna see these weapons. Like these weapons we're using in like swapping between a lot. You can see they're all getting ranked up slowly. Path assist to put a glaive in there is crazy. Shout out Aiden for saying hello. Welcome in. That's on TikTok. But yeah, we'll talk about them eventually. But I have a whole video about them. Generally, the builds are the same. With the Motivore, I didn't actually have the setup, but yeah. What do you do except for just get into it? We're farming Coda. We're farming the last Coda I ever need. And then I can get some 60s and then I'm out of there. And I don't know if I'm just doing it for fun. Like, I don't know what value a Coda is, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really like doing liches for fun, you know what I mean? I will say, I have to be real. This, like, the farming of the Coda is pretty fucking brainless. Like, once you actually have the stuff and you farmed all the antivirus and you do like 2, you're like, holy shit, I am so good at killing Technocyte Codas. I feel like a fucking god. It's like this simple loop where you just, yeah, you have all the antivirus mods, so you put the first 3 on the first stab, you put the next 3 on the next stab, and then, bro, if you get to the last 2, you get, that means you were super unlucky. But I guess the other thing is, like, when there's only 2 left, then you get a free potency mod. So I've thought about like putting in 2 antivirus mods every single time, but you don't get the potency mod unless the antivirus is correct. So, you know, it's kind of interesting that, like, if it is the last one, then you will get extra potency. So that's important. Appreciate the 94 likes. Thank you guys on TikTok. Appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. All right, it's actual gameplay time, but these are going to start to become very familiar. You guys are going to see me swapping between them as they get ranked up. So, you know, it's the name of the game with the randomizer. And that's the nice thing, is that, like, it's been God knows how long since I had a weapon update like this, where you add like 5 weapons from each category into the list at the same time. You know, it's like the Incarnate update. Like, when the Incarnate weapons came out, that means that, like, suddenly a bunch, like 10 really shitty, or like maybe like 7 of them were really shitty weapons. And you know, it was like the Latron before the Latron Incarnate is just a semi-auto. You know, it does a lot of damage, but it's just a semi-auto. But yeah, suddenly you have all these weird ass weapons that you're adding to the list, and you're getting to play them at the same time, and you change the build. God, I changed the build so many times on those weapons. So that was like, that was the greatest Forma investment. Like, when Deviri came out and the circuits, like, that was like, I have to be real, like, if I was to measure it in like Forma and like time and resources I spent, because the game told me, like, you're gonna be forced to make a lot of weapons by, oh, that's the Nidus link. You see, I can't out heal that. I can't, look how good my weapons are. I almost killed myself. Excuse me for that. I hope I don't get that. But yeah, that was the Nidus link in action. You can absolutely feel it. You're like, something's wrong. Stop. You see the little tether just a little bit too late. You're like, God, I'm too fucking good at Warframe. Once again, chat, losing my fucking mind at, like, actually the 1 second mark of gameplay. So, I mean, it's a Friday, chat. We had a really fun time on vacation. I changed my setup so that, you know, if I do a vacation stream or like a couch stream, like, yeah, essentially if I'm streaming on a couch, then it's going to be, you know, I'm glad that I can run Soulframe, because, you know, it's nice to see that people have been enjoying that, and that even the quality that it had, and like the first stream and then it crashed at the end, like, I thought that was so funny. So
Kalimos is ready to hunt again.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about doing a Soulframe Preludes 9 review. Because, like, yeah, that is a game that I actually just love. Like, I actually also just have a lot of fun with. And chat, you can call me a glazer. Call me a glazer all day. But it's weird. Like, I see it more. Like, you know, it's weird that I just stumble into someone's stream. And I stumble in right when they're talking about, like, fuck, bro, the only thing to do is level cap. And even that gets so boring. So really, you're just waiting for the next update. And I was like, fuck, dude, are you serious? Oh, God. Like, am I the only guy that, like, actually enjoys this game and is glad to play it more and is, like, always itching to get back to it. It's so weird. Like, I feel like just having all these weird setups and just being able to show them off for you guys has always had such inherent value for me that, like, I don't... Look, he didn't even move. He didn't even move. Did the base assist move? Oh, the base assist did move. Okay, so we'll show off the Purgator. Did I shoot the base assist once? This guy, oh, we show off the Vesper. Oh god. Yeah, this is the thing. So, oh, I guess that one, I guess these melees, wow. Okay, so real quick swap, but yeah, we're doing, honestly, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I would like to show the build for every single loadout, but yeah, I'm enjoying how like easy this is. You know, like God, I don't know, just you. Oh, and you always do Techrot missions. That's the other thing. Like, you're always starting with Techrot missions just so that you can get another reset and then do more Techrot missions. Like, your only goal is to kill as many Techrot as humanly possible. That's your only job. That's the only thing you were put here to do. So for now, we're chilling. We can kind of actually spam a little bit of Purgator, but we gotta move on down. All right, nice. Ooh, I don't have any. Look at this, no energy. Feeling weak. I'm feeling like weak sauce. But I think I have the better ammo mutation now. Here, let's see. All right, see down a hallway. We gotta test it. Oh, because I was at max. All right. All right, keep moving. Oh Jesus. That was top tier MR gameplay right there, but yeah, still chilling. I guess I'm glad to have Bonk. Bonk is always useful for also like clearing these little dudes. Like this amount of crit and stuff, just like, you know, the Bonk does well. The Bonk is a lot of power. I need to actually land some shots, chat. Unfortunately, I need to actually land some shots. All right. Look at these gas clouds, though. I can kind of line up the gas cloud. Should we actually use our fucking second ability? Have not cast an ability besides defense currently. All right. Down a hallway. Oh, they're all just dead. Well, that's hilarious. Yeah, apparently these guys are just trash bombs. Yeah. Is that a surprise? I don't think that's a surprise for anybody. Just 10 minutes of trash. Not even a Thrax or anything like that in sight. You're not worrying about Babao. You know, I'm doing a 5-minute survival. But this guy's got the beef. This guy's kind of kitted out. But it's actually crazy to get this alongside Vesper, because I do enjoy both. I think the gas clouds that I'm getting from Vesper are just criminal, and I'm very sad that I didn't just use it this way from the beginning. Like, this is absolutely getting maxed out. Like, I did not have faith in the power of the gas proc, and now I do. Now I do, chat. That's all I can say. It can do its work. You just gotta land a headshot. That's it, chat. You can see it. Especially against these, you know, we've said it before, but you gotta be real, right? You can pop them like it's nothing. You're feeling super powerful right now, but yeah, I haven't even been bonking at all. Yeah, I wanted to test how quickly I could proc electricity, and I do think, you know, this is a weapon that I definitely want 60% electricity from, because, you know, I want to have that increased weight towards electricity. And then I was thinking about putting on whatchamacallit. I was thinking about putting on status chance. So I was just trying to get as much status as I could, because it has really low status chance, but obviously it's got some insane just crit stats and damage stats in general. So one of the most silly weapons you could ever use. In terms of just like, God, it's just a bonk fluence, but you know, the valence bonus is always clutch. That's what I'm here for. Like, the idea that like you can have a bunch of melee weapons that have a valence bonus just at all is crazy. Like, you know, I mean, I guess the Tenet weapons were like another perfect example where they actually gave you like some really good melee types like that. I was very impressed with what they gave me, and you know, with influence and everything, I was like, oh my god, this is just way too brainless, dude. this top tier, like it's like peak Warframe. You know what I mean? Like when I talk about like Warframe being its own meme is just like. And building around influence, I think is this like it is like an itch, bro. Like I'm always messing with it. I was talking to Strategist, and he was dropping the electric only, or at least that's what I was assuming. But yeah, I have the Motivore with electric only, but then that's purely because I was needing to save mod slots, so I removed blast, and I added crit stats instead. So. Oh, we love those gas procs. Oh, I see. It's Mania, so you kind of just have to do this, especially Mania, but like probably only Mania. But 1 sec, hit this, nice and easy. You can see I do have negate. I've added negate back to Worm because I realized that it is a pretty insane. It's an insane defensive buff, especially in like. Temporal Archimedia, where you're getting, you can get totally fucked over by a rogue status effect. But unfortunately, we did not get lucky.
You can pull the ripcord whenever you need
nothing really to write home about. It seems that we got totally shafted. We didn't get an early spawn. I was praying. I was praying for a much quicker coda, but it seems we might get the short end of the stick, but. God, Korvax is just like Korvax is corny. I've thought about like removing Prime Flow entirely and putting in the channeled ability and just dumping my entire energy pool, like not even, because like when you have a channeled ability active, you're just gonna pick up every energy orb on the map. So I don't know, man. I guess with a giant energy pool, you can just dump for a while and then still have a bunch of energy orbs. But generally, that's why I try to avoid it if I can, just because, like, dude, that's it. Like, I'll have like 25. I'll have a shit ton of energy orbs just banked on the ground, and then yeah, if it's a channeled ability, then unfortunately you might get fucked over. So I think we're chilling. We're good to go. Let's keep moving. I guess it's nice. Oh, we just swap back and forth. Wow, how wonderful is that? Is it going to be the same here? It is going to be the same. Should I use the weapon until it gets above the next weapon? That might be a thing. Well, I guess we'll see. Now you got me thinking. We'll see if we can add Hema to the list and do the same. So I'm learning chat apparently. Anyway, we got to scroll again. See, there you go. So now I'm using the cost assist again, but it's above the mire, so we'll leapfrog. So we'll at least use 3 different weapons and cycle between them. But they have to get above. Okay, anyway, chat, don't get too distracted. Still using the Purgator, still using the Vesper. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the thing. Oh, but look at that. Korvax does move. Okay, so we do get to use Jade. And we do get to use Jade with... What did I end up using? I was using Cascadia Flare because I have Arcane Avenger as well. So that's the main setup. I love Archon Intensify. I've been thinking... somebody typed it in a comment. I was like, no way. That's like the one situation. I can't think of another frame where I would use it. How do you farm the Technosite stuff? So you have to complete 1999. You have to complete the Hex quest, and I think you have to be rank 4 in the Hex. Or you might be able to just do it right away. Here, I guess I could look it up here. Let's see. Let's find out. Where is this stuff? Stage defense, blah, blah, blah. Technosite coda. And including the Hex quest. Oh, the Hex quest. So you just have to complete the Hex quest. You just have to finish the 1999 stuff, and then you can get access to that. But, yeah, there's your setup. I guess we're getting it. Come on, we're getting it on this run. Let's be nice. Let's just hope for good vibes. All right, let's take a drink. I will say, chat, I'm dumb as fuck.
And the enemy
So what I've done is I've taken the sweatshirt that I had hung over the back of my chair by the hood, and I just like put it on the chair. And so now I can green screen out the entire chair, and now I don't have a chair. It's just me. It's just me in the void. And it's mostly for Streamlabs. Like I'll figure out a chroma key for like if I'm cutting out clips, but yeah, chat, it's little stuff. It's the little stuff. Also, I need to put together a quick little blurb each time, and then I'll just wait to send it out. So Jesus Christ. Chat. To actually just run around and play all these weapons is the more fun part. Like, I do just genuinely think, you know, it's a good spread of awesome fucking weapons that are super, like, they have like strange, maybe in like quotations, like it's not the weirdest weapon you've ever seen, but I don't know, man. It definitely, like, there's these like aha moments that I have, especially with this guy, the Purgator, just hilarious. And to like re-optimize the Vesper and, like, you know, the thing that I mentioned, which is like having the slow reload speed, like trying to buff the reload speed a little bit, and I was like, oh, genius, thank God, Pistol Elementalist. So like simple change actually maxes out the gas proc more. Honestly, fuck, I don't care about the lockbox anymore. I just kill the enemies. I don't give a fuck. Like, I was like, oh, I would rather just dip harder into this stuff, and then I don't know if I have Cannonade. But yeah, I was like, oh, you know, dipping harder into gas damage is still giving you like just like probably more power, just because it's like simplifies it. You know, it's only gas damage. You have this fucking gas cloud that just does zillions, and then I don't know. I feel like it just exists as it is, and you can snag a really strong shot. But oh, chillin'. Nice. All right, chat. We gotta do it. Ooh, okay. I mean, yeah, like that's what I said is, you know, I wish I had tried this earlier, but this is exactly what I was looking for. Just the reload a little bit quicker, so I don't even think about it. So still spamming it, but, you know, definitely, you know, I'm not worried about the fire rate or things like that. I'm just kind of cruising. I'm definitely thinking about using Cannonade. I don't know if I have I don't know if I have Merciless Gunfight in there. I don't know what I have exactly. Oh, here's the cache with 25 seconds. So unfortunately, chat, not something I'm going to be worrying about. All right. Because I think I do have Punch Through on this now, which is like another added bonus, you know, just like applying more gas clouds. You know, the idea that, like, if an enemy doesn't die in the first hit, like, you can still get those gas clouds. Like, I was like, oh, I feel like an idiot. I feel like I wasn't maximizing this very well. Alright, chat. Oh, this is what you want to see, dude. Oh my god, this is sick. Who is this? Is that fucking Violence? No, that's Mania. Okay, yeah, Wordsmith. Never mind. Oh, yeah, you see it. I felt it, man. These guys are really good at that. Just tapping me through everything. Am I safe? Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna get hit by this, though. Alright, real quick. Get out of here. I'm feeling the lag a little bit. Okay, let's recast our shit. And we should be a little bit more safe. Ooh, is this a good time? Here, I have an idea. Also, I need to actually use these, or else I don't get the... Alright. Should we just try it? I don't know how quickly I can get Cascadia Flare, but I don't think I'm getting it quick enough. Oh, that guy's already down. Sorry, Chet. Ooh, my boy's down. My little guy. He's suffering. And when he suffers, I suffer, chat. That's right. All right. No, I'm immediately questioning. I don't think I'm healing myself very often. For the good old-fashioned Archon Intensify. Yeah, somebody leaves it in a comment, and I'm like, oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. And then I try it out, and I'm like, oh, God. So there you go, chat. I guess I learned today. I guess I'm the dork. Yeah, haven't activated Archon Archon. Yeah, Archon Intensify. That's right. Yeah, I have not activated it yet. So
Bring it home.
I guess I got lucky that one time, but unfortunately, chat, well, I guess I have to say I hate to see it. How long does 1999 take to complete? I would say, I don't know if it's on par with the new war, but I think it's about, it's a good chunk of that. There's still a lot to it. What I would say is, like, whenever I do a quest like that, generally I set aside, like, my main, like, I'll start when I start playing Warframe, and I'll finish. That'll be the Warframe that I play for the day, especially a quest like that. And there's some other stuff to it in terms of, like, becoming friends with all the characters and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna do a quick swap Rooney. Archon Intensify, 44%. I'm fine with that. I lose out on 16% power strength. Is that right? 30% from this. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, chat. All right. Fine. We'll get moving. I think we should be safe. That was a pretty long mission. Keep scrolling. Yeah, there you go. Above Hema. So we have to at least leapfrog. We have to at least get it above the weapon above it. Yeah, this guy's not going to move for a while. I don't know where the riot is, but I know that these two are already, like, way high on the list. So yeah, I guess we'll see if we swap between three, but I guess that's how it's going to be. We do get to show off Coda Meyer. And this one is very much show, don't tell. And we get to play Gyre. I don't know how I do this, chat. I don't know if you caught that. There was, like, twice in a row that I don't know, man. I'm losing my mind, chat, live on camera. I was thinking about putting an Archon Shard on Gyre, but we gotta just play it. Archon Shard on Gyre. Yeah, fuck, man. Did I burn anything? Of course I burned something. God damn it. See, this is why chat, I have to be real with you. Chat, I have to say the thing. I didn't want to have to say it. I broke up with Eleanor. I did it. I broke up with Eleanor. Holy shit, I have no more of these Turbo Protects. Okay. I broke up with Eleanor. So, unfortunately, none of the lines, none of the Gemini lines, I guess, but fortunately, she doesn't talk to me every time I go to the arsenal. So it would suck if they moved her and then I no longer have to hear that anymore. I'd be like, fuck, man. But I guess I could romance her all over again. I don't know if I would have to... I don't know how it works. I think I would have to make everybody forget, but what can I say? The Kim system is cool. I like that you become friends with them to do the thing, to do the story thing, but chat, I had a good time with it. I had. Keyword had. It's past tense. I'm done with it. Anyway, let's play some Gyre. I'm excited. Gyre and, of course, Vesper 77. I guess we're spamming more of it, but I was very impressed. I was wondering what mod I had on my pistol, and I didn't even check what the mod was. I just continued playing. Chat. Classic. What can I say? I mean, it is like something about these, like when I'm going in for 25 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'll show off the build for that because we're playing for 20, we're doing this like 3 times in a stream. But if I'm doing this like 14, yeah, like if I'm doing this 7, 8, 9 times in a stream, I'm like, chat, I can explain the build if you want. I'll explain the basic mod setup, but unfortunately, I don't want half of the runtime of the stream be me explaining the the builds, but generally that's the nice thing is like, yeah, all of these weapons I have builds for available as a video. That's all on my YouTube, so I guess that's what I can say now is I have a tier list, and my tier lists always include the builds for every weapon I talk about. So, yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. The weapons that I get to show off are some of the greats. But yeah, I gotta say it, man. I mean, to get Gyre, I mean, I love the skin. Oh, I want to see the... Oh, I see. So the skirt just is like a little... It's not too crazy. It's pretty subtle, but yeah, this is maximum gaming. I did mod some stuff. I don't know if I changed. I think I reduced the range on Gyre. I don't remember why exactly. I think I modified. Oh, I put on more shield regen or something. I put on an extra survivability mod. And I think that's it. But yeah, I was like, I really don't give a fuck about how far the electric pulse is. I'm just kind of need DPS. That's it. I'm totally fine with my nuke ability not clearing necessarily as far as it normally would. So, chat, we just got to keep moving. Oh, this guy's gonna put some armor on. Sorry, you're goofy. Sorry, you're straight up goofy, boy. Can't strip his armor. I can't do anything. He just has damage attenuation. That's it. What do I have in the other slot? I mean, I don't... Oh, Vesper's kind of tapping. Yeah. Oh, I love that, chat. I love that. I don't know what the blue... I don't know what this blue thing is, but... You gotta say it, man. Gyre is a little bit too brainless. I mean, the double crit buff is just fucked. Although I think I do need to actually get damaged. I think they need to actually hit me before I can do this, so... I think because they don't shoot anything, I don't have Arcane Avenger active. Oh god,
so
dude.
We reclaim what the Techrot has
that feels
from us.
That feels very appropriate. That feels like I deserve it. These guys are too trash mob-esque, where like I just am not even getting hit enough to get the crit chance buff. But I guess that's the trade-off. Is like, if I'm not getting hit enough, then it's not hard enough for me to need the crit chance buff, if you understand what I mean.
Do more next time.
We're doing some reasonable deduction. You know? Hey, if I'm not getting hit, that means I'm doing alright on kills, so I guess I don't even need the buff. Oh, this guy doesn't move. I don't think Vesper moves either, no. Does the Coda Meyer move? I didn't even use it. I didn't even equip it, no. Should I spam the Coda Meyer a little bit? We should check Gyre. Okay, Citrine, that's not bad. I mean, it is a survival, so we actually get to play the survival. Also, shout out Citrine Deluxe. Dude, I watched the dev stream. I was like, it's fucking a couple deluxe skins. It's what we need right now. We need them to chill out, and I want to see them rework a bunch of shit. Just make the game better for a while. Take what you have. Take what you already have. That's what I've been seeing, all right? We're reworking Vor. Wonderful. Right? We're updating the lighting on certain tile sets. Fucking yes. Right? We're gonna... What I want to hear is we're gonna add a couple QOLs. We're gonna get some player feedback on, like, what are we talking about? You know, we added the Riven slots. I love that. Need to start worrying about more Rivens at some point, but at this point I've got the Rivens that I need. The Rivens that I have are absurdly criminal. They're downright evil, right? The showcase that I could do, the endless that Riven showcase would take streams upon streams upon streams to talk about, like, what the Riven is, how it's in the build, like, where would I rank it, like, how am I supposed to rank, what is it, 174 Rivens at some point? I think it's like in the 170s. I know it's like above 170, and that's why I get risky, is I have not bought any more slots, so I still have 180. I'm still an old head, you know. That 180 mark was like set so long ago that God, it's just like built into my DNA that I am so stingy with Rivens now, because I'm like, bro, I do not need these fucking overindulgent, overkill ass fucking super optimized ribbon. Like I want ribbons that go into weird ass weapons, right? I want to, if I'm using a ribbon, it's because like this shit'll make it perfect. I'm straight up like a mad scientist. I'm straight up mad scientist. Big fella Trent, dude. That's a fucking top tier username. Shout out Big fella Trent for following. Appreciate it. I love that shit. All right, keep moving. Keep this active. Nice. Oh, I should have done this to get the full buff. 287. Oh, we did get the full buff. Okay. Chilling. Nice. Oh, this is just straight nothing but base assist. All about that base assist. Fuck. That is the lamest. That is the most boomer coded shit. Oh, God. You say it and you're like, oh, there's your proof. There's your proof, chat. You see it. Amar is straight up millennial coded. He was born in 2000 and he's millennial coded. That's right, chat. Ooh. I see the thing. Oh, he died already. Oh, yeah, I love that. I love the idea of, like, if you mercy kill someone, you get a buff. It's like, yeah, good fucking luck mercy killing something. You know what I mean? You're using, like, one of the most OP shotguns in the game. I could give, like, there is no point where I'm able to mercy kill something. That shit is dead. That shit is dead in 2. If that shit is not dead in the first shot, that shit is dead when I look at it a second time. I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't this guy dead yet? Right in the fucking face. Like, don't make me laugh, man. What a joke. What you know, they're like, we updated it so it explains how the buff works. I was like, come on, man. I haven't been able to mercy kill enemies since, like, I don't even know when. Like, when I get the mercy kill enemies as a bounty, it's like they have a gun to my head. It's like they have a fucking gun to my head and they're like, do it, motherfucker. Do it. Deal just the right amount of damage. Get through their overguard, but don't delete their health. Only delete 40% of their health. Do it, motherfucker. You're a pro gamer. You can do it. And so I'm standing in front of an enemy and I'm hitting them like twice. I'm hitting them with like the first hit of a melee attack at like 3 times. Like just tap, wait, tap, check the damage, tap, check the damage again. Meanwhile, I'm getting completely berated. I'm getting completely assaulted. These motherfuckers. That is the most Warframe shit, yeah. Bro, if I could mercy kill enemies, yeah, trust me, I would be. I will say I've been meaning to test Ash's Bladestorm now with Melee Crescendo, so I have been thinking I could probably make that work. So I have it set up. I swapped some of the shit around, so I have it's an interesting setup. Like, the idea is like, yeah, you can use Bladestorm, but like Ash as a buff frame, like as a weapons platform, I hate calling it a weapons platform because it's a buff. That's it. Like, it's just a bunch of buffs for your weapon. Like, I feel like, you know, like when people are like, it's a weapons, it's like, yeah, you're gonna max out the weapon. That's, I was like, I understand where you're coming from, but like, yeah, you just have a shit ton of buffs. That's it. Like, call it what you will, but you know, there's like a support buff, which is like, oh, you have buffs that apply to your squad, and then there's just, yeah, you just have buffs. You have fucking roar, and you have, you know, with Ash, you have Smoke Shadow, which is giving you like a mod crit chance. It's giving you like 150% crit chance.
Turns out it's not just
and then if you use Combat
lot.
Discipline
There's
with
some
Arcane
stuff in the
Avenger, then you have 45% additive crit chance, which is like taken. It's like added after your mods, and it just is a flat number. So, like if you're in your mod screen and you don't have another crit buff, and like let's say, you know, you're using Coda Base Assist, which has like 50% crit chance. If I add 45% from Arcane Avenger, it just becomes 95%. That's it. So it's just a buff that, you know, normally only applies if you get hit, but you know, like because you have access to Combat Discipline, it means that you're taking damage every time you kill an enemy, and that counts as getting hit. So that was Harsh who clued me into that. I always gotta shout him out because that was the gamer build. And I was like, oh, I could throw this on a couple different invisibility setups and make it work. I don't think I have it on everything, but yeah, the invisibility setups that I have now, I've been thinking are like pretty weird. They're like pretty crazy. Like I swapped it, so I have like my Loki setup has like Zada's Whisper now, and it uses the what is it? Safeguard switch and it's safeguard switch and then also damage decoy, which will like apply status for arcane impetus, and that was like fully just a build that I just copied. I was like, that's fucking gamer. I love that. And it was it was like an offensive damage Loki build. I was like, hell yeah. And the only reason that I had Zada's Whisper in there is because it like synergizes with blast procs. Like the AoE, the 5-meter AoE of a blast proc, like will trigger Zada's Whisper again because it's, you know, it's like a separate damage instance. And so then the Zada's Whisper separate damage instance is like added a second time. So it does mean that like that is a situation where the randomizer changes. Like, okay, it's still like the least used weapon, but now it's like the least used weapon that has blast on it. Like it's a simple change. Shout out Roguelikes for dropping some likes. Thank you, appreciate it. Let's see what we randomized. All right. Ooh, nice. That's good. Steinax, that's fucking goated. All right. Did base assist move? Yeah, that was a quick mission. Ooh, nice. Base assist did move, so we're playing the HEMA. And I think the rifles will actually be perfect. I think the rifles will work properly, but I think the pistols are going to make me suffer a little bit. Just because, like, the whole list is so much different. Did I move Meyer? Did not even use it. Excuse me, chat. Alright. Excuse me. Woo. 7:55. I mean, we did start a little bit late, but, yeah, we've been cruising, dude. I gotta say, man, like, you know, we went on vacation, changed some stuff up. Which Crota primary is the best? I hear one has unlimited ammo. Yeah. So HEMA, instead of using ammo pickups, it just reloads based on your maximum health, and then you have a 5% life steal from headshots. So it's a good passive ability. I would say probably the best one has to be base assist. So Coda Base Assist is essentially an infested Archiplasmor. So, you know, you have like Tenet Archiplasmor, which is like this absurdly strong shotgun. So this still has infinite body punch through. It does not bounce. The projectile is like taller. It's more tall than it is wide. But it does have built-in blast damage. It has blast damage built into the weapon. So some people, you know, double dip and maximize the blast damage. I am using blast and fire. This is just blaze though, so I'm just getting 60% heat damage from blaze, and then I have 31% heat damage from the valence. So if you look at the stat spread, I've got 37% heat chance and 33% blast damage. So I'm using primary crux. So the basic gist of it is like pretty even stat spread, but it's just some really high damage with some high damaging status effects. So it's got a little bit of ramp up to it. Like anything that will survive a couple shots will start taking progressively more damage up to a threshold. Like it'll just cap out at a certain point where it'll just overwhelm anything. So is this still available? I don't think so. Here, we could check real quick. Let's see. Oh wait, no, for this rotation oh no, is this the Sporothrix rotation? I think this is the Sporothrix rotation.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, this is the Sporothrix rotation. So it'll be available in
What'd you say? Touch of the macabre.
1 day and 21 hours. So, you know, we're halfway through the timer.
Such sweet sorrow.
All right. Yeah, so I would say I feel like the grind for people early on is definitely going to be more intense. But yeah, Coda HEMA, I'm ready for it. Steinax, I'm ready for it. Classic setup. All right, keep moving. Oh, I accidentally swapped. Sorry. You can see the goated fashion just for a second. I had to actually show the face, chat. I had to actually drip out the setup as it was. I should take some fashion as well, or I should take some captura photos, because God, that fucking dual Toxica is fun. Yup, that's goated. Dual Toxica is awesome. It's Banshee spores. It's like, oh my god, it's so silly. Anyway, let's play an Exterminate with Steinex. This is a weird setup. This is weird as fuck. Alright, keep moving. Nice and easy, chat. Don't worry, I'm not too worried. I was thinking, I was looking at some of the ephemera. I was looking at what I got, and I was like, I have the Protovire Apex on a lot of stuff. I think it just looks awesome, but I was thinking that I want to kind of, like, I have the one where it puts a spear through your heart. I was thinking about using that with Steinex and stuff like that. So there's a couple of the new ephemeras that I want to use, but you can see these guys are kind of trash mobs. Like, they're just infested enemies, right? So kind of weak. We're gonna hit this though. Nice and chill. Okay, very good. Let's give ourselves some overguard. I don't think I'm ever gonna get hit. Alright, hit this. And I'm still using Thero Strike, which is actually pretty interesting. I removed Axios Javelin because I was like, you know, I'm not really using the grouping ability. I'm mostly just using the 4. And I was like, you know, I use Breach Surge much more passively, that it's just like a blind that also applies radiation. But then the idea is like it is also buffing your spears as well, so it's technically giving you a pretty decent starter buff just to like get going. But you know, it's not the craziest thing. Like, it's mostly just I wanted some way to reduce, you know, I wanted to, you know, whether it's like straight up grouping them or like, you know, this, which is more like a mild CC. Like, it's not the craziest CC in the world. You know, like if I were to do like a CC tier list, I would never put this there, but yeah, I'm ready. Like the Warframe tier lists I think are going to be the most interesting. So I will say I'm going to be ranking the Exalted frames. I'm going to be doing a video about that over the weekend. So kind of just letting those videos rip. I have a couple of videos that I want to do a Soul Frame video as well. I want to cover the Preludes 9 update and break it down and like gripes and stuff. I still want to figure out where I can get the other packs, because like, you know, that was the, you know, I was glad that I got the new weapon, but you're always, I don't know if you're just always locked out of the other 2 packs. That's what I want to try and figure out. But I want to swap this to the Vesper, but it seems like we're going to be spamming. We're going to be keeping the Vesper active for quite a while, so yeah, definitely pretty easy to use, but we still have 10,000 overguard, so doing pretty good. Alright, moving in the right direction though. Seems like the answer is yes. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Alright. Oh my god. I gotta say it, man. Look at that. I will say, like, you know, it'll always be skewed. When you're doing the Coda stuff, I feel like it's not really a good showing for what's difficult. I mean, it is interesting now that there's Temporal Archimedia. Just the idea that, you know, I want to see what the mission looks like. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what Scaldra missions look like. I'm still kind of waiting to see that. You know, we had a Legacite this week. We had, you know, a Techrot Exterminate. So I want to see like a Scaldra Exterminate and like a Scaldra Hellscrub. I think that's going to be really important to understand. Like when we talk about Temporal Archimedia, like what does it actually mean? All right, there's one tap. Oh, I understand now. I understand why you're fucking Tentacle Man. You got Nidus's abilities. Easy clap. Snag him. Like it's nothing. Nice. Done. 8 o'clock. Alright. We should be able to finish one more. One more. Alright. Keep moving. Nice and easy. now comes the fun part. I mean, yeah, that's the nice thing. It's like it takes like what 5 stabs or something. I don't think it's too crazy. All right, nice. I feel like I need to focus a little bit with it, but I'm trying to see if I have the buffs active as well. I'm trying to like... I feel like I'm just doing this just as a fucking pistol. Okay, there you go. You're landing it there. But yeah, it is such an interesting augment. This is one of my most favorite augments. So fun to use now. Like I understand it now. I get the idea. It feels so clear to me where I'm like, I don't know, man. Like top tier spammability. Like now that I have the setup that I do where you're just kind of maximizing a bunch of damage and you got status damage in there and you've got some pretty decent crit stats that you are enhancing with Steinex, which is very weird. Like once again, still not getting hit enough to actually proc Arcane Avenger. I think I have Arcane Avenger. Yeah, there's Arcane Avenger. So very, very interesting Nidus setup, and you know the idea that you can have Overguard tanking, and then also have, like, you know, insane crit buffs and stuff like that. Like, it's been really interesting. Like, I want to talk about Overguard as like a tanking ability because I think it does provide you with like some of the most powerful damage reduction in the game. Like, or straight up survival, or like, you know, invincibility, whatever you want to call it. Like, I think Overguard in general and the idea that you can apply Overguard to your teammates and stuff is like such a crazy power that, like, you know, I want to do like a tank tier list because my tank list has shrunk a lot. It's not nearly as many frames. I've been looking at like frames that have, you know, like shield gate. You know, they've got some shield regen and then they've also got some health tank as well. I've been looking at that, but... Alright, chat. What I want to see, attachments, not the Signa. I want to see the Ephemera. Yeah, Love Struck. Oh, I almost have all of them. I'm missing a couple. I'm missing the... Ooh, it's at a weird angle, though. I don't know if I like that very much. Pins and Needles. Heartthrob. Love Bite. Tail Feather. Yeah, Love Bite's pretty sick. I like that. And then, of course, the Wire Matrix. So, there you go. Nah, I don't think it's too cool. That's a little bit lame. I would rather just give him the fucking space adornments. Just the glowing space armor. It looks just too sexy. I've also been thinking here. I want to try something. I want to try swapping the colors. So I put red on the base and then pink on the top. That's kind of an interesting look. What do you guys think? I was thinking about that, swapping the colors and putting the dark on the base and the light on top. God, it's here. Let's. I want to swap back and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's like light with dark inside of it versus. God, it's so weird. That feels like a very caveman way to describe it, but that's so interesting. Like the light pink is the highlight, and then the dark red is like the base color. Damn, I kind of like that, and it makes this face mask like kind of invisible. I like this. Like this cod piece gets kind of bright. Wolf Prime is live. Oh my god, dude, that's sick. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, dude, I kind of like that. Should we swap? I might have to do that. I might enjoy that more. I have that on Nadaruk as well. I have that on like my like certain weapons that are like way too bright as it is. Ooh, look at ooh. So that is an energy color. Honestly, chat, I have to be real with you. I've used the light color as the base for so long. I do think like here it looks different, but I do kind of like this. I don't know. It's like it's a weird change, and I have to do it for the Syandana as well, so I'll do that. Oh, I don't think it looks as good on the Syandana. No, I don't think it looks as good on this. I think this is still better. Wow, how interesting is that? Yeah, it's like light pink, so oh my god. What a weird way to think about it. So sometimes I have it reversed. Oh my god. Well, you guys let me know what you think. I might toy around with this and mess with it, because yeah, I can have the Syandana reversed and then like everything else the same, but you guys let me know which one you think is better, I guess, if you ever get to this point. But yeah, god, a little bit of fashion. I'm chilling out a little bit. It's a Friday stream, chat. I like the ephemeras. They're cool. There's another cool one that I want. The little spider hands. I feel like that's sick. We should try it out on Gyre. Oh, I want to see how it looks on this one, on the attachments. Ooh, no, I don't think I like that either. Yeah, it makes it like super bright. No, I don't think I like that. Yeah, I think I prefer it that way. Interesting. Wow. So like specific color schemes have it flip-flopped. Wow. How interesting is that? Anyway, so we're gonna leave Gyre as it is. That's an interesting take. I like that. Embrace ephemera. You have emotes? Oh yeah, I have a couple of the emotes. Oh, the embrace ephemera. Yeah, I get you. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still missing a couple. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna farm all of them. But yeah, let's get back into it. A little bit of a fashion break, just to chill out a bit. I needed it, man. Purgator once again. Did Vesper move? Yep, there you go. Vesper is above Riot. There you go. And then Haruto, yeah, should have moved, so we'll not use Costas again, but there you go. I guess we... Oh, we're going to the Earth Proxima. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I'm going to change my frame. Maybe I'm going to change my Warframe. I mean, Kome is not really going to level me up. Fuck it. Never mind. You'll see it live, chat. Just watch it. It's cringe. It's insanely cringe. Just watch. I'm going to get obliterated like 5 times in a row. I can just feel it. It's in my bones, man. It's bound to happen. I feel like I've been too greedy for too long, and I need some recompense. I need the game is gonna enact vengeance.
Excellent.
Also, I've been loving this crewmate with the Tenant Envoy. This shit rips. Like, that dude just pulls up and taps anything. I'm like, I don't know if I'm using it necessarily in other gameplay, like when I'm doing the summon crewmate or whatever.
Awesome. Wait, can I say that?
Alright, chat. Nice and chilling. Yeah, I gotta say, just the idea that you just run around your ship and kill a bunch of Techrot, like one of the most brainless things. One of the most brainless things in the world. Like, I'm like, come on, guys. Seriously. Alright, still chilling? Come on. Down a fucking hallway. Yeah, yours. Oh my god. What a tap. I'm loving it. Also, I like the idea that if you convert a Technocyte Coda, it has Warframe abilities.
Cool stuff,
so you could have like a Technocyte Coda that's like Nidus. Like if you get the Zeke Technocyte Coda, then that shit's Nidus, dude.
It's good to be around people who push you.
That's crazy. I was like starting to understand it. I was like, oh, one of them can give you like a mag bubble. I'm pretty sure one of them has that ability. I don't know if one of them has like the link ability. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but oh, hilarious, man. A little bit too goofy sometimes. That's the thing, is like I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like they added all these other things that at base I'm like pretty straightforward, you know, like some of these Coda weapons I was like, oh wow, like very simple inherent mechanic to understand. But like the way that you can like having built-in corrosive on Tysus, having built-in viral on Hema, especially like free viral on Hema is crazy. I have been thinking about doing the phage build and like modifying a little bit, but currently I just have it as it is. All right, let's do the boss fight. I'm gonna get completely obliterated.
Doors open.
I'm gonna get totally shredded. Like it's nothing, man. All right, still chilling, looking good. Yeah, I'm scrolling down every once in a while because the TikTok like chat, excuse me, the TikTok chat will like scroll up when it changes. But
It's just crazy.
pray not to die, chat. I believe in myself, but the belief is only like 40%. It's not really that high. I have some faith, but I've definitely felt better about my odds.
It's not like I'm trying to change that or anything.
I am who I am. It's not like I'm trying to change that or anything. Alright, nice and easy. Chilling. Okay, no. Ooh, I felt that. Oh, I can't swap to operator. That's what I remember. I can't swap. I'll get some health orbs, but that's dangerous.
assassin.
Oh, shout out SLX for following. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's on TikTok. Alright, save. Ooh, can I swap to operator now? Yeah, you fucking piece of shit. Alright, watch this. I'm gonna straight up sentence them to operator jail. Oh, never mind, I lied. Unfortunate. Nope, they sentenced me. Oh, I got a couple of them. I don't know how they killed me, but they did. Oh, and I killed all three of them. Yeah, get fucked. I guess in the end I was correct. It just took me dying first, and then I succeeded. I do like this little animation. It's fucking weird. You guys are freaks, man. You guys are fucking weirdos. We don't like you. Ooh. I think I have to jump. Yeah, I have to jump over these lasers. Nice and easy, chat. A bunch of stage hazards. I can survive that. Oh, I cannot survive that. Oh, but then they get summoned. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do it. No way. No way. That's hilarious, dude. That is fucking nuts. Oh, okay. That's fucking crazy. And he's down, but I need to die before I can revive or snag him.
Like, what's the point?
Chat. Look how we end up. Look how we end up. I guess we could show off. We can mog him a little bit. You can't really see it. There's no lighting for my character's face. Chad, very unfortunate, but let's do it. He should just chill here forever. All right, we're close. So this is what? Close to 20, but not 20. All right. And that's it. I'm hunting for 60s. That's it. I'm showing up every 4 days. I'm seeing if I've got a 60. All right, nice and easy. Okay, chat. I'm ready for it. I gotta say, man, like, in terms of loading up, doing more, build, yeah, I can show it off. Yeah, I can show it off. What do you want? You want Gyre? I'll show off the whole kit. I'll show off the whole load up real quick. I gotta take a pee break. And then we'll do a little bit more Coda. Not crazy amount. I do need to do Entrati standing again. I do actually need to farm that once again because I need to collect more melee arcane adapters just in case. I really don't want to be buying melee arcane adapters because you can get them for free and stockpile a bunch of them. So absolutely something that I'm going to be doing. But let's get out of here. Let's claim our heart cells. We'll show off the build and then I'll take a little PP break. Let me tableau real quick. Oh, nice. And we get another fucking Love Struck. Wonderful. Okay, so the stuff we actually played was, of course, Gyre. This is a triple survivability, so this is both shield regen mods and adaptation, which I can max out. This is also pillage as well, so I've got a lot of survivability in here. And then yeah, you have cathode current, which is essentially mandatory. And then as much power strength as you can get alongside just Archon Stretch. That's all I have now is Archon Stretch. 45% range gives me a discharge range of 14.5 meters. How easy is that? Also Arcane Aegis, also Arcane Avenger. So when you talk about Arcane Avenger giving you 45% crit chance, that is additive crit chance. So that is just added on top of your mods. But of course your third ability also gives you crit chance. So this is mod crit chance. I don't know if it's additive. It might be additive based on the amount that you get, but not quite sure. It would be a little bit broken if it was additive, but it might be. Anyway, the numbers are weird on this, but you'll figure it out very quick. And then I don't use Coil Horizon. I just don't use it. But I've gotten rid of the first ability, so, you know, I don't know, man. I don't care about the augment for the first ability. I'm mostly just using the Rotor Swell and the crit chance buff and the armor strip from Pillage, which is also providing survivability. So that's number one. The weapon that I showed off was the Coda Tysis. This guy has built-in corrosive damage, so incredibly gamer. But yeah, there you go, chat. I gotta say it. It's got some crazy setups. It's got some crazy builds. You can see I have electricity in there, which is the weirdest thing you've ever seen on planet Earth. Partly I'm using that because I have corrosive in there, so there's a potential that I'm stripping armor. It's a 22% chance for corrosive and a 5% chance for electricity. So the idea is you potentially get an electric proc that may do some extra damage because of Pistol Elementalist, giving you a bonus, but I am skewing heavily towards blast. I'm skewing as much as I can. This is 63%. I've thought about reducing it, like if I put in Scorch instead of that. You know, the damage wouldn't get reduced by that much. But this is down to 55%. Corrosive is up to 37%. And then electricity is up to 9.4%. So we can kind of look at the comparison. So 5.7. So it's kind of an interesting thing to understand that, like, at a certain point, it is a good conversation to be like, you are, like, the primed heated charge is not actually increasing the damage of your blast proc. It's not like fire damage or electricity damage, which does actually calculate the elemental damage in the damage tick. But like Pistol Elementalist is being calculated in the blast proc. So the idea that you have higher status chance, so you may potentially still have a similar ratio of blast procs and get more corrosive is like definitely a conversation that's important to have. But I do love a little bit of nuance here or there, but you can see I'm still getting a shit ton of blast damage. Like, I'm losing a little bit of total damage, but it's not the craziest loss in the world. And of course you're getting Enervate with, you know, the idea that Enervate just buffs your damage and then you just have the crit damage and that's it. So that's a separate damage multiplier as well that'll just be added in. So crazy high status chance. You know, the idea that you'll proc more corrosive is also very valuable. Like, the corrosive will be making your blast procs more effective. So in a way, it's like your blast procs are worse, but your blast procs are better. And your blast procs are worse, but you have more electricity procs. So it's like you can potentially, you are like counteracting the loss of the bullet damage and the favoring towards blast damage by giving you those extra status effects. So that's like an important conversation when you talk about status types and stuff like that. But Cost Assist I did not play. This is double sacrificial and it only has 71% crit chance. It is also, I think, the slowest scythe in the game. I'm using Gladiator Vice. I'm still hitting 1.85 attack speed with, of course, a 200% slash proc on the standing attack and a 600 on the heavy attack. You do also get this corrosive wave. So in terms of like melee influence, sorry about that. I did it again. Melee influence with 90% status chance is also just fucking nuts. I do need to buff the electricity damage. So I need a 60% I just need a 60%. I already have electricity, but I need a better weight towards electricity so that I can actually play this better because it has extra status effects. So it is nice to have the valence. The valence is mandatory for me to even build it like this. This loadout is very standardized. Like, it's all base attack speed mods for that reason. Gladiator Vice is giving you the Gladiator bonus, so you're getting a little bit of extra crit chance, but it's not a crazy amount. And then, of course, Purgator. It has guaranteed impact procs, number 1, on the bullet. So you're using internal bleeding, and because you have semi-rifle cannonade, the fire rate is capped at 1.5, so you always have a 70% chance to convert that guaranteed impact proc to a slash proc. I hate this goddamn game. I don't understand raw pink vape. I feel it. It happens to the best of us. Games are incredibly complicated things. And if it doesn't feel for you, then it doesn't feel for you. So semi-rifle cannonade, giving you damage, but also giving you punch through on top of the innate punch through. So pretty powerful setup. This unique trait. Enemies killed by direct hits explode into lingering gas clouds. So that means if you kill an enemy with the gas cloud, it won't create another gas cloud. You need to actually embed, you know, it's a launcher. It shoots fucking slug grenades that embed in somebody, and then when they die, they explode in the gas cloud that is still calculating the damage as if it was a gas proc from your weapon. So you are getting bonuses from semi-rifle cannonade, from merciless, from galvanized aptitude. You're getting the crit bonuses as well, and then you're also adding an insane chance for a slash proc on each bullet. So it has that upfront damage to actually kill enemies, and then it has that crowd clearing potential to wipe trash mobs, and just understand that you can nuke a mini boss or a high value target and then also nuke every enemy surrounding it and not have to worry too much. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a build segment real quick. I have to pee, and then I will be back with more gameplay. So I hope the music wasn't too loud, but I think this is a better soundtrack. So I'll be back real quick, real fast. I will wash my hands. Would you look at that? The chair just doesn't exist. There is no chair, chat. That's the issue. Skill issue. Yep, I'm a master at washing hands. Yep. Yeah, Warframe is pretty easy. I will say I'm gonna be putting out a video about starter mods and stuff like that, because I do think that's an important factor, is like understanding basic survivability, understanding basic damage mods, and which setups are gonna work best on which weapons. So I guess we see if we randomize, but we have a... Ooh, Kome. Nice. Okay, I like that. Let's do this. A little bit of base assist action. I love that. We'll see if we can get all these weapons above whatchamacallit. Tysis hasn't moved. Alright, so Tysis doesn't change. Cost assist is changed to Meyer. Alright. Now I do think I might have to lock in a little bit with Kome. I need to like actually rank her up, but I don't really care. Like at this point, if a Warframe is unranked, it just means they have lower defensive stats. But generally, like, I'm never actually playing unranked Warframes unless it's like in the randomizer, so I don't think I'm ever too worried, but God, I'm thinking that's all I'm thinking about, chat, right now is actually just like whether I want to swap the colors on all of my fashion. That's actually what's on my mind right now. Techrot enemies explode on death. I fell asleep for almost 3.5 hours. Oh my god. That's kind of brutal. Alright, so we need to do one of these. I'll do the rest of these off camera, but I was thinking about farming some 1999. I don't really need elemental vices anymore. I've kind of put the vices where I want, and then the rest of them... There's I guess a couple that I need vices on, but you know, I'm trying to rank them up a little bit slower, but yeah. Oh, I definitely thought I was sprinting. Alright. Alright, chill. Just be patient. Yeah, it's just a simple exterminate. I gotta say, man, like, level 200, like, doing bounties on the steel path is, like, my comfortable factor. That's, like, where I want to be. Because they actually have enough beef to take a decent shot and to actually take a shit ton of damage. But they're still getting wiped pretty easily. Like, I definitely feel it in Archimedia, like, when I was doing the Archimedia defense and I had the Torxica, I felt the, like, lack of damage that I wasn't, even with Encumber and, like, a crazy powerful setup, I wasn't, like, maxing it out as much as I want to, so that hurt a little bit to feel, so. It is important. Let's see if we can get some Omikuji. Kill enemies while airborne. Oh, and this is going to tell me, so it's going to have a prompt to tell me which weapon to use, and I'm forced to use that weapon. Chat, I might have to lock in with Kome for a while. Alright, chillin'. Nice, kill enemies while airborne. Look how easy this is. I guess it doesn't matter right now. I don't really have cooldown. It was so funny. I think it was Xenos Fire who said it was a Band-Aid augment. And I was like, guys, are you serious? Like, it caps. Like, it's... you slow down in a survival so that you put your build together, and then you get, like, buffs on top of that at a more steady rate. I was like, no, the fact that they gave you this augment at all is like, I'm eating so good. But, like, I was laughing a little bit. I was like, I feel where they're coming from, that people just really don't like Kome, and they don't like the idea that the power slows down at a certain point. Shout out Archive for saying what's up. Welcome in. I thought that was like the funniest thing. Like, every time I've ever played Kome, it's always just been, bro, I got like 2 good decrees. I end up with like 2 really poggers rolls, and that's all I need for the entire mission. Like, the idea that they're gonna even allow it to be more powerful. Every 3rd melee attack deals 100% toxin damage. This thing already deals toxin damage. What the fuck does that even mean? You see what I mean? It takes nothing. It takes the most brainless decree for, like, to buff you to infinity and beyond. Like, you need 1 good roll. You get like 8 chances, and then, like, by the 9th chance, it's like a 150-second cooldown. So, like, you have 8 chances to roll, like, maybe 1 or 2 super poggers decrees, and then otherwise you're like, okay, unfortunate, I guess. But I was like, wow. I feel it. People, I mean, it's just crazy. I want to see some stats. I want to get an aggregate of people's tier lists. I want people to rank every Warframe in the game, and then I want that to be an aggregate that I can look at and say, like, oh, this weapon, based on a survey of, you know, 10,000 people, you know, this Warframe is the most disliked Warframe, and I guarantee you it's like fucking Kome and Oberon and, you know, all the ones that are, like, talked about a lot. I feel like that's the one where that would probably actually be the consensus of the community. Like, come up with your, maybe like Banshee as well would be an example. I'm trying to, like, think about it. Alright, nice and easy. Yeah, I'm always curious about that. On headshot, gain 50% damage for 3 seconds. On headshot. I love on headshot. I hate on headshot kill. But this is 3 seconds, so I'm kind of having to spam headshots quite a bit. But Don't worry, chat. I'm doing fine. I have been kind of needing to spam Tysis a little bit more, spam the pistol just to like rank it up better, but I am thinking that more status chance is giving me a little bit better. Kome is like being in Deviri. Yeah, exactly. Like the premise with Kome is so fucking brainless. And like I understand why people don't like her, but it, you know, I hate to make this kind of judgment, but it does feel like like DE put a cap, and then yes, granted they removed it with the augment, but like they, you know, people are already like on the frame, and then they're like, oh well, the cooldown is going to be increased by a lot. Like even with the augment, like you still have to reduce the cooldown, and so granted your cooldown basically doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, I think it's pretty important to be like, I feel like the reason people don't like it is that like getting game-breaking Deviri power isn't enough, because there's a downside to it. And like, yes, the augment, and that's why the augment is called a band-aid augment, because they're like, well, I hate the ability without it, and this is a band-aid to a problem that I hate. And I was like, oh my god, dude. Like any restrictions at all, I was like, come on, guys. That was my thing. It's literally called the gambling frame, because you have a 1 in 8 chance of rolling the most broken decree you've ever seen. Velomir's just a chill guy. Yeah, that's the love that I want to see right now. That's the positivity. Shout out Ham and Hammy. Temple. Swapping it up. I love it. Yeah, I love having Hammy in there, but yeah. We've been blowing it up. You know, the Discord's been popping off with the new update. Honestly, the stream is running better as well. Like, I don't think I've even been using the full clock speed of my GPU. Like, I've been running at a pretty decent frame rate regardless of that, so I don't know, man. Like, I understand where people are coming from with like the Kome discussion. Like, you're allowed to dislike whatever you want, but I feel like it's just like, I would be curious to know like the reason behind it, and like what are your biggest dislikes, like, you know, what are the reasons that Deviri, like getting access to decrease isn't enough, like what? Because I've always been like, there's so many warframes that it makes more sense for you to not like a warframe. Statistically, you are more likely to not like a warframe than like a warframe, because it means that you have to like play it a shit ton and learn it and understand it and be okay with its downsides. That's what I think has been such an important realization for me, is that I think a lot of people see weaknesses in frames and it's like, okay, that's just another reason for me to not have to play. The specific phrasing of like not have to play, you know, like I don't have to play Oberon because he's shit, right? I don't have to play Oberon because he needs a rework. You know, I don't like playing Oberon. You know, that's the interchangeable. I don't think for a lot of people it's don't have to play, but it's like I can stick to the frames that I actually like. You know, I tried him out, I put a build on him, and I didn't like him. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't feel like I have to. I want to play him. I don't feel like I have to play him. Like using different verbiage to kind of like describe the emotions around it in a different way. That like in the end, it's cool. It's like interesting to see like what are people's top 10 most used frames. Like if you just break it down to that, what are people actually using? And it's a great way to like understand what people like, what people are after. You know, if you're using a bunch of ability nuking, shout out Lua for joining me in the YouTube, appreciate it. Like if you're using a bunch of ability nuking, then you're gonna be favoring specific frames, and that will show in your top 10 frames. Like, you know, I want to see a year in review of like, okay, in the year 2024, your top 10 most used frames were, yeah, chroma, yeah, exactly what I mean. Like, you can tell a lot from Lua just based off of that. Yeah, that's my top 10. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Lua's a chroma main, and boy does he show it. And I'm sure he understands that, and he's like, most people that are like mature enough will understand that like you're gonna have a preference, and that preference says something about you and how you play Warframe, and that's like important to understand in your opinion of the game and what you find good and what you enjoy playing. Like I think that's always important, is like like for me to do a tier list is only built on the idea that you can see hours and hours and hours and hours of proof why I play the way I do, and that I can break down and say, okay, you know, you could call these Archimedia builds, you could call these randomizer builds, but in the end, they are all kind of builds that exist in a vacuum, right? And then they combine with each other in weird, unique ways, but they all have to function on their own, and they all have to have a certain level of success without any types of buffs, because you know that you're pretty much guaranteed to add some type of buff onto it, but you just can't always rely on what buff that is. Fun has always and will always be subjective. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I've always tried to stress is like, you know, I've realized at a very early time that like the people that are leaving hate comments and the people that think my builds suck and the people that think my tier lists are garbage would never be part of my community in the first place, and I wouldn't want them in my community to begin with. So I've always prided myself on being like, yeah, I don't really tolerate people who are bad at communicating and people who don't understand the subjectivity of video games, that if you're going to talk about your tier list, you have to talk about how you play your tier list and why you play the way I do. Shout out Rogue Monkey for following on TikTok. So like my whole point is like, I don't really want you in my community if you can't understand like the nuance of conversation about like talking. Like there are a couple content creators that are like super fucking aggressive and like really, I don't know how to describe them. They're very like robot about it, and they're very like, well, the way you play is stupid, you know. Like it's weird. I keep seeing this guy stream, and I always catch him just being like, haha, yeah, well, that's because the way you play is stupid. And just I'm like, he's like casually saying it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely, I would be very happy as a Warframe content creator to spend my whole career and never have to be in a Discord call with those people. There was another guy that, you know, one of their community members like tagged that content creator in my Lich video, which, as you know, is like insanely heavily scripted, and they were like, bro's yapping like crazy, make this better. And I straight up deleted the comment because I was like, I do not want this guy, I do not want this content creator to actually like see my stuff, because he will eat me up and be like, this guy's a loser. Like it's straight up like it, I describe it as like antagonistic content. There was like an Elden Ring content. I used to make Elden Ring videos, and this dude would just like stitch other people's tier lists and be like, this is the worst tier list ever. And he would like go through the guy's like profile and be like, yeah, no wonder his tier list is so shit. And I was like, you're like antagonizing the community for views, and it works. And you're like indulging in the antagonization, and like you're indulging in the negativity and the toxicity because it gets you views, because your channel hasn't done well in a while, and like your stream clips did not do well. Like I was like, bro, like this is pretty blatant. How do you like Corvax? Is he worth the grind? Been thinking about getting him. I pretty much only use his 2. That's it. I only use Wrecking Wall. So the 2 inherently gives you damage vulnerability, but then Wrecking Wall will strip their armor. I'm not necessarily like actually grouping them up, but I am stripping their armor and giving them damage vulnerability. I fail to cast my 4, and I fail to cast my Syringa Pillars. And then my third ability is just Omamori. So pretty standard loadout. I've thought about removing Stretch or removing Prime Flow as well. Yeah, Warframe can be toxic too, but mostly yeah, that's what I mean, is like I think I've been good about like encouraging positivity, and so I get a lot of positivity back. It's just like, you know, sometimes it's inevitable. And I can see like at the rate that he grows, there's a lot of people that agree with the way he talks and like encourage the way he talks. And I think that's important to understand, is like the fact that these content creators are like growing so much, and that people are resonating with their like how antagonistic they are towards the community is like very telling towards the Warframe community at large. Is that there is a big group of like straight up commenter brained people that, you know, that's what they do. They go into people's comments. They are, you know, making videos, whether if they're a content creator, and they're antagonizing people, and they're like, you know, being like, your builds suck, you suck, the way you play is bad, like you should change this, this, and this, and then you'll be way better at Warframe. And trust me, I know, I play level cap. You know, I mentioned level cap because it's a trend that like when somebody's leaving a shitty comment, what I'll do is I'll usually reply, and I'll just pry a little bit and try to learn more. And it always like I feel like it was about 70% of the time. It was actually like, yeah, I only play level cap. And I think every other content is boring and too easy. And those were like, it was just a weird ratio of like that just kept happening. A shout out Killing for Days, 7497 for following on Twitch. Appreciate it. We need to play Warframe though. We'll play a little bit. We'll do some Coda, but yeah, I appreciate you guys letting me rant for a little bit. But I think it's important to talk about that. Like, oh, that's my boy from TikTok. I see that. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I have the link tree now, so you can just go click the link tree and you have all my links there. So I made it a little bit easier. The Discord link is there too. So we need to actually play Warframe. But that's been my thing is like, above all else, regardless of what I say, what type of content I make, what I'm talking about, my number one philosophy is like, you should be able to be a good communicator, right? Me as a game reviewer in my past, you know, I've reviewed 200 plus, you know, roguelikes or / arcade games. Like, I think it's important to talk about like how you describe things. And like, I'm fully okay with being like, hey, the reason that I call a lot of things Souls-likes is that so you guys know as an audience that like, okay, if I'm good at this game, then I'm good at this other game. Who the hell needs to play level cap? I'm not going to spend 4 hours getting there and be stressed out. Yeah. So I will say like level cap cascade happens very quickly and it is worth the rewards if you're doing it in a squad. But generally I've just been like, the fact that level cap is so restrictive and like level cap cascade is the only efficient way to do it and it's a burden on your existence. I always say there's no right or wrong way to play. Yeah, exactly. Caliban seems good. Caliban is also very good. What mission is the best for Gallium? Oh, what is that, like Mars? I would say just run a bunch of capture missions on Mars and break every crate on the map. Whatever planet has Gallium is the mission you should be doing. And that comment on level cap is 2 characters away from YouTube's character limit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got plenty of paragraphs. I did a bunch of tier lists last year when I was a way different Warframe player. I was a way different Warframe content creator, and like to the amount of comments that I got was like it was a reminder. So let's get into it. Let's play some Warframe. We've set everything up. How many do I get? 13. Okay, that's pretty poggers. All right, let's play some Warframe, chat. All right. But yeah, that's what I mean is like, you know, I went to school for communications for 1 year and then dropped out. But I've always, you know, I've always thought about being a journalist. But, you know, for me, it's like, you know, I write scripts for a reason. I think it's important to be able to communicate your point well. And if you can't do that, then I don't really want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't have Coda unlocked? I have 1 Netracell left to complete. Well, I do have 46. I don't have much long left in the stream. But I will say, Lua. The standing requirement. No, you can just play this. Do you have a Coda? Yeah, you can just do the Coda whenever you want. You just need to have the Hex completed. That's it. I thought it was rank 4, but no, you just need to complete the Hex, and that's it. So yeah, if you get a Coda, I mean, I still need to do a few Coda. But I need to return to Entrati bounties. I need to return to a couple other missions. I was thinking about returning to Archimedia and doing like a Monday Archimedia or something like that, because I do think I need to get in early in the week to at least get a decent squad, but I think I could probably survive. Oh, this gun is just bright as fuck. What the hell? Are you seeing? It's like lighting up the room. That's weird as fuck. Anyway, chillin'. Keep it up, man. Yeah, you can just start it right away. So I need a couple more Coda. I will say, over the weekend, I need to do a lot of testing. I'm going to be running some missions with the different Exalted setups and kind of trying them out and testing them on different setups. So it is pretty nice. I will say I did change up Valkyr a little bit. I had influence on Valkyr. I did actually remove influence, and I have a pretty weird setup, but I think it's pretty easy to understand. I have a Zero Forma Korra build. I can hit 1 mil on Steel Path armor. Yep. Korra's the GOAT. Korra's so much fun. I did enjoy the idea that, like, if you have combo count on those pseudo exalteds, the way that the combo timer decays is so good. Almost giving me white energy. Yeah, dude, I don't even know. Like, why is it like producing this much light? This shit does not produce light. Like, what the This is a weapon that I need to swap the energy colors. That's what that's telling me. Is like, if this is producing this much energy light, I need to swap the energy colors, or else it's game over, chat. I gotta be real with you, it's game over. Yeah, no, I really think I should be swapping the energy colors on a couple different setups. I want to... Oh, was that Nidus Link? What the... Was that a mag bubble? What was that? Oh my fucking god. God, chat. You know what I mean? Like a Legasite capture has some scary moments as an Archimedia. I gotta be real with you, chat. If I'm being honest, definitely scary at times. But I do like a Leg... Ooh! Yeah, that's definitely... That's definitely Nidus Link. Yeah, you see that? That's fully just nuking me. That's game over, chat. I don't know if I survived that. Yeah, that is one of the scariest... Like, one of the scariest Legasite abilities. So, I do appreciate that it's a capture that will just murder you. A capture that is, like, infinitely more cruel than you could ever be ready for. It's like, ooh, wow, endless capture. How cool is that? Oh, God, he just did Aqua Blades. He just did Aqua Blades, and he's giving me a slash proc that's dealing like 75% of my HP per tick. And I'm just forced to stay an operator, or else I just die. It's like crazy. Like, the Legasite is like, oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Just laser you with a fucking saw. Just, ooh, ow, ouch. Oh, my God. Oh, it's scary, man. It's worth it though. I totally see it that they do Archimedia, and then they're like, oh, we're totally making capture the scariest mission in the Archimedia. We're totally making it scary. Capture is like the worst one. Yeah, exactly. When you get a capture in an Archimedia, it's game over. Somebody's getting tapped for like a zillion damage. I managed to finish building Kome before I took my break. Yup, that's worth it. Kome is a pretty nice farm. Like, and you can get like Higasa. I do think Higasa is a pretty decent primary early on in the game. I don't know, like, what I usually tell people is like go for the Paris as the starter weapon, and then you can get the Zorus pretty far on. But I gotta hit up my boy in the Discord. I want to make a video talking about what he thought was the hardest thing to do. So you know that, so you know basically what happened, we had a guy join the Discord. His name is what do we got here? Bayesian Dans? Yeah, Bayesian Dans. And he was basically just starting the game. He had already started the game, so he had already completed Vor's Prize, but he didn't really have a build together. He had some of the good mods, so he had done some capture missions to get fast deflections, or to get fast deflection. But yeah, we basically, like, collectively as a Discord, we like walked him through the start of the game, like mostly through text and like maybe a couple screenshots. But I was really wanting to like hit him up in the Discord and talk to him and be like, okay, give me your top 5 to 10 things that were the hardest for you. Give me the top 5 that were the most confusing. And then I want to put that in a video for you guys in terms of like, okay, this is what we had some struggles with. This is what was hard to understand and a little obtuse. This is the build that we ended up. Yeah, so it's Bayesian Dan. B-A-J-A-N. So it's like Bayesian Canadian. If you guys know that Minecraft YouTuber, I hope he wasn't canceled. But I remember watching him as a kid. He had a big nose. He had a big schnoz. His Minecraft skin was a Chewbacca. But yeah, that was what it looked like. So that's why I pronounce it like that. Shout out Jarcuse. I don't know. I hope I'm saying that right. Jarcuse for dropping a bunch of likes. 452 likes. Blowing it up like crazy on TikTok. But we should have time for like one more round. Did we change off of Korvax? Oh, Korvax did actually move. Okay, that's clutch. Dagoth is a goated choice. And yeah, I do think that the horns look good with both variations of the energy color. And I think these horns, these like shoulder horns, look good with both variations as well. Not super unlikely considering Minecraft YouTuber history. Yeah, I think he played with like Captain Sparkles. I know Captain Sparkles is still like a chill dude that streams on Twitch a lot, and he plays I was seeing him. I still watch a lot of Minecraft content. You guys don't know this. You guys don't really know like my YouTube watch history. I watch a lot of YouTube. Like the primary way that I watch content is through YouTube. I watch a shit ton of podcasts. And yeah, like I bet you guys would you would just cry laughing if you saw like my YouTube subscription feed, but more so like my YouTube watch later. Like if I went a whole week and I just saved all the YouTube videos that I watched in that week, you'd be like, wow, this guy's kind of a living meme. He's kind of a fucking NPC, so you gotta be real sometimes, but I think we're still chilling. I love to roll up with a survival with Dagoth. Pretty clutch, especially with Purgator. This is a clutch choice. Yeah, I feel like it's nice to like show off all these weapons and then just be able to play them nonstop, so I love that wipe. You can see all the gas clouds. I love it. Alright, we do have a couple buffs that we want to get active at the same time, so we want to get as much power strength as we can, which is sling strength and growing power. So we got our third ability active. That's giving us 177% crit damage. And then we're going to add Omamori for survivability. And then it's just keeping Doom active and keeping your 1 active. That's it. Rogue class is saturated. Gamma is really too desaturated for a lot of stuff right now, yeah. I wish I had classic color set, yeah. No, I feel like I'm so consistent with the color palette that I have that, you know, I always end up swapping stuff around, like depending on what the actual layers of the frame looks like. Sometimes I'll swap stuff around, but generally it's like pretty standard. Like I'll have like a base dark color on like the lower areas, but yeah, look at that. Look at the light now with the red light, like the deep, it's like a fucking, it's like you're summoning Satan. What the hell, man? Anyway, I need to hit Doom into word size. I'm surprised I'm living this shit, but yeah, Doom into word size, the GOAT. 2 into 1. Just the maxed out combo. But that's what I mean, like, generally when I'm actually playing the randomizer, it's a pretty decent showcase for the weapon, although that's not a very good showcase for the weapon, but yeah, it's like, whatever random buffs I have is just going to maximize it. 65 FPS, 78 FPS. Oh, I'm starting to feel it. I guess the reason that it's not using the full bandwidth of the GPU is because it's not doing what it should be. GPU foreload. Oh, that's just a fire proc. Now we're chilling. Alright, nice and easy. Yeah, this is nice. 65, 71 FPS. Damn, I'm putting it through its paces. Does it climb? No, it's still at like 76. So we'll see. I don't think Warframe is actually utilizing the full GPU power, so I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. There are moments when like Warframe stops doing what I want, and then you get shit like this where it just tanks and just suffers way too much. But I don't know if it's been working better in other missions, but maybe this weapon just lags you to all hell. Maybe that's the unfortunate thing, chat. Ooh, it seems I need to bonk this a little bit. Yep. So there you go. You're seeing some suffering right there. But yeah, I don't think Warframe is actually using all of my GPU right now. This happens occasionally where it suddenly just gets worse and worse. So I think it's good that the stream is ending right now, because I think it might be shitting the bed very time soon, or anytime soon. Encore ribbons work well with Unkame. Yeah, I love that. I do. It was so nice. Like the Conquera ribbons you get for free. So it was like, it was cool to still have some kind of fashion. You know, like when I did speedrunning the new war, I still had the Conquera. I still could put together a fashion. It was still like the similar colors that I already used. So it was cool to have that. Definitely different, but yeah. Alright, chilling. Still safe. I think I might like restart Warframe before the stream, but I don't think I'll do anything else, because yeah, it looks like we're totally having dog doo-doo right here. Hit this into this. Yeah, it looks like we got unlucky. We haven't had the Acolyte spawn yet, but yeah, definitely shitting the bed. We're at 57, so we're steadily, the FPS is steadily getting lower and lower. Ooh, ouch, that sucks. 52 FPS, 48 FPS. Oh god. Yeah, I know this happens occasionally, and I feel like it's... Oh, Jesus, that was like 30 something. This is 45 FPS. Oh, I'm putting strain on my shit. I think I should just restart Warframe before I stream. I don't think I should leave it running for like fucking 8 hours. Yeah, 40 FPS. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. 51. This is terrifying. What are Incarnates? Oh, yeah. I hope next week Incarnates are good. This week wasn't the best besides Okina. Oh, yeah, I feel it. Oh, my God. 38 FPS. Is this like a fucking memory leak or something? Is this mission, like the longer I'm in this mission, it's just going to crash my game? Holy shit, that was terrifying. I was not prepared for that, but I am glad to close out the mission. Yeah, Lua's loving this. Lua's like, Amar, what the fuck is wrong with your PC? I feel like this is every other stream. Like, all my chatters that know shit about PC and like how to build PCs are like, what is going on with your fucking PC? Like, what are you doing? Oh, we gotta get out of here. But from what I can tell, I should just be able to restart Warframe and it'll be fine. So always weird, but yeah, it seems that we were not using Warframe in the way that I thought. How do I get them? Oh, dude. Steel Path circuits is pretty endgame. I guess you need Zeramin unlocked, you need Steel Path unlocked, and then you need to have Steel Path, or, you know, Deviri circuits unlocked. Yeah, I do a system restart, not just Warframe. Yeah. Yeah, this weird thing happened where like I restarted my computer and then the stream was really shitty, like the internet was shitty, so I want to do that too. But I think yesterday when I did it, I just restarted Warframe and I was doing at least a little bit better. But yeah, I think I've been running Warframe for like way too long. So yeah, shout out Lua for always helping out when I need it. But I just got Zeramin. Okay, so you got Zeramin. So then you need to complete all the star chart nodes. So you need to just complete all the star chart. You've already completed the new war, so you're chill there. But yeah, that's kind of a grind. But shout out Jarcuse for Jarcuse. Yeah, I gotta say that right. So dropping a bunch of likes, getting me to 1,900 likes, probably 2,000 likes. But appreciate everybody for stopping by. As always, I ended up showing up a little bit late, but still here. And yeah, I'll be back on Monday. Let's see. I think I will probably do the raffle on Monday. Appreciate it, Lua. But yeah, I will do the raffle on Monday. So this is your last chance over the weekend to join the Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description on YouTube. It's in the About section on Twitch. And it's in my profile on TikTok. If you click on the Linktree link, you can join the Discord. You'll get entered in automatically to the raffle for that first month. And then for future months, you just have to show up. Be engaged, be involved, say hi once a month, or if you are interested, we do also run a community showcase. So if you submit, you know, multiple fashion or a couple different builds, then I can submit you for multiple different months. And then, you know, I'm trying to encourage people to actually be here in the Discord and engaged. And even if you just show up to say hi or react to something that somebody else said and reply to it with an emoji, hey, I saw you for that month, so you'll be entered in. So yeah, that's all it really takes for the most part. But yeah, I guess that's all I got for you. I will say the raffle that's happening on Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure. When I make all the streams on YouTube, you'll see what's coming up in the week. You won't see thumbnails, but it will be titles. So in the raffle, you'll win a Prime Warframe set. You'll win 3 Veiled Rivens or potentially 4 Veiled Rivens, and you'll win a max rank Acolyte Arcane. So that's what I'm starting with right now, but I'm thinking about some other stuff. But yeah, I guess that's all I got for you, chat. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday with whatever I make. Can you check your in-game messages? Yeah, definitely. Look, Kome, yeah, let's see. Oh, this is good. No, I like this. See, and this is what I mean. I just like the colors that Kome, like these are almost the base colors for Kome. This is what I have too. This is like the basic loadout that I have on Kome, or the basic fashion that I have on Kome too. But yeah, I love Kome. I love this new ephemera too. I think it looks awesome. So yeah, totally sick. And I love, like, it's such a simple, you know, so it's the black undertones, like the base color, very, very close to base comic colors. Yeah, exactly. Like the black base color, you know, and then you have the contrast of the white and the red, and then that shows up again in the metallics, and then that shows up again in the energy colors. So just beautiful. Perfect. Not great as it took me 5 minutes, but this is what I mean. Elegant, simplistic, easy to understand. See you soon. Trying to join the community. Yeah, appreciate it. Shout out Greeks. I was saying OG Greeks maybe, but shout out Greeks for dropping by. But yeah, that's all I got for you, chat. I hope you had a good night. If you are watching on YouTube, I do appreciate if you drop a like on the video. It does help out the video in the future. That's all I got for you. Take care. Have a good night. I'm out of here.